Welcome. What up, everyone? How we doing? And this is the Pump Fake Pod going over the picks for December 17th. We got Elliot Money in the freaking booth. We got Trevor still in the infirmary. He's absolutely down and out in the infirmary. So no Trevor tonight. Sorry, guys. But you do have Elliot and I 2 nights in a row. Elliot, how we doing today?
Doing good, man. Just wrapping up another day of work, and then just trampolining it to watching basketball and getting ready for the show, and then rinse, wash, repeat. Man, everything just continues to go. We continue to move. Before we know it, it'll be conference. We'll be fully in conference conference play. We've got some conferences starting up. We've had the Southland. Tomorrow we got a few more: Missouri Valley, Horizon, Conference USA. So it's starting to heat up, starting to warm up. So hopefully we do the same.
Yes, no, I mean, I'm with you. It was a fun one. I had a wild morning kind of today. Dog went to the vet, so all good there for now. Didn't get my picks in, so I was all over the place kind of today, and then kind of felt like I was all over the place today too on my picks, sitting at 9-12 on the day. We got Southern plus 12.5 pending for a 10-12 kind of day, a little risk mitigation, but so taking me out of the 30 unit total win category, but still just a tad bit up in December, even if I'd go 9-12 or 9-13. So yeah, there'll be it's just been a win one, kind of lose one December for me, but we'll be all right. Books are correcting itself. Books are getting sharp, and we're going to be absolutely rocking in January. If you look at my picks history sheet on the page on our little sheet, January has been a very fruitful month for me. Last year, 32.5 units, 13.4 the year before that. I did lose 10-1 one year ago, but 23.4 units the following year. So outside of 1 year, it's been a good January. But yeah, a win one, kind of lose one month for me after just a massive start in November. So, but I'm feeling good about this slate. I'm pumped up to get into it. And boy, do we got a lot to talk about on this slate. I got some freaking rants. So old man yells from a cloud type scenario. But anyway, we just want to say that we are sponsored by Rhythm. Rhythm.ai, rhythm.com. It is a premier predictive modeling gambling software. It's absolutely fantastic. It's been fun. I know that they spit out BYU, Michigan State, big spreads. One of them got home, one of them didn't. But we'll get into the Michigan State one because that was just too predictable, and they are going on Fed watch potentially. But anyway, just want to shout out Rhythm. They've been an awesome partner, and I did get confirmation that we're going to have a Rhythm employee on. I know that it didn't work the last time we had it, the date kind of things came up. So a Rhythm executive going to come on our show and kind of peep under the hood, teach us a little mechanics of what's going on here under the hood at Rhythm, and what it takes to model. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you degenerates in the chat have chopped up an Excel spreadsheet before with a bunch of stuff, basically not knowing what you're doing, because I've done it. And Rhythm kind of takes that away, and we're going to be getting an inside look in between the lines there, which I'm really excited to bring a Rhythm engineer over and discuss the data. So, yes, how the heck are we, Elliot? And I know you've been using Rhythm. You got any things to say? And I know you're excited for that Rhythm interview as well, too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a numbers guy, so I geek out with all the numbers and all the math, all the analytics, all the data. So that's always fun. Cool to kind of see how it works. It's one thing to just press a couple buttons, filter out certain time spans, showing certain things, whether you have factors, whether you have, anything like that, kind of creating your own model. But then it's the other thing to kind of dip in, peek behind, and kind of see how it all operates. So it's always fun, learning all that. So I'm excited for that as well. I kind of got lucky on that Michigan State one. I was on 22.5 because I bet it right when we talked about it. And then we gave it as the rhythm play of the day, and it already moved up a point at the end. So I'm claiming a even flat. I didn't win, I didn't lose. I'm flat, but it was brutal.
Unbelievable. We'll get into that in a second. But yeah, it's fun. It takes numbers matter, especially in this sport, as we know. But no, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We got some stuff to talk about for sure. And yeah, I was dripping my pipes last night. Oh, I mean, hey, however you want to take it. But no, actually it was a good thing because I go to check my guest bathroom and I see there's a leak below the sink. I'm like, because we've been dripping the pipes. So it's not my pee pipe. It's the thing that connects, it's like the connector to the drain to the pee pipe. I just had to tighten it a little bit. So I'm glad I was draining my pipes, and we were cleaning up the mess as well too. So yes, Pump Fake After Dark already here for sure. But let's get into it. Drexel, hand up. We faded our Howard team. I mean, that's on us. Howard's been very good. And we've enjoyed betting Howard this season, and unfortunately, we didn't pick the right time to go against them. Drexel just fell out flat. Although, shout out Kevon Vanderhorst, 30 points for Drexel out of the 66. Drexel sucks outside of him.
Yeah, damn, I'm pissed. I'm really mad actually that I took Drexel. As everybody knows, I'm a kind of a Howard homer. I keep fading not fading. I keep backing Howard, and then all of a sudden I freaking end up freaking fading them in the standalone game. That's on me. There's a reason why they won, because I bet against them. So I jinxed myself there. That was terrible. But shout out Howard. That's a good win. 3 wins in a row now.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of good. The Jordan jerseys, I'm a fan of Howard. Sorry, Howard. Fell into the soup. Drexel, one of my least favorite teams to bet in college basketball, no matter what year it is. UMass Lowell got it done. Knew that was the play. And then Dartmouth
I should have bet that. UMass Lowell.
Yeah, it was the line. I mean, Sacred Heart laying points. So it was sketchy, but Lowell was always the play. They're kind of picking it up a little bit, but it was a fun game. I watched that entire game. Lowell had a nice little dunk at the end. It was a one-possession game. And then Duke Lipscomb over. Come on. 93 first-half points for the Duke Lipscomb over.
Yeah, what was that, 48-45 halftime?
Yeah, 48-45 halftime.
Shout out to whoever said it was going to be kind of similar to that VCU Niagara. Was that the same one? Were we talking about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, said it was going to be similar to VCU Niagara. So if anybody took Lipscomb first half, that's pretty sweet.
And the 30 got sketchy at one point there, but yeah, Lipscomb plus the points and then the over as well. That was fun. And now we're on to Michigan State. All right, you guys got 22.5. Scientists, Elliot, congratulations on your 22.5. Let's talk about the 23.5. I freaking knew it. I even said first half. They're covering the number with ease in the first half. 58-28, and then Toledo just comes out hot right away. I was like, this is that freaking San Jose State game over yet again. I'm watching it go down. And then Michigan State's kind of like, they're draining threes late. They bring in whatever. They're like third stringer. And then they just freaking –
the lefty, man, drills two in a row.
To get the cover, and then they just let it go. The refs are calling fouls. And then final possession, then Izzo's settle down, of course. Unbelievable. They win by 23 exactly. Michigan State, they're on federal watch.
I knew when that
when they're up 30 in the first half, I was like, fuck!
when that lefty walk on hit that three, and it was 25. I was like, oh shit, Toledo's gonna get one more possession, three. They're gonna hit a three, or they're gonna hit something. And yep, sure enough, hits a pull up jumper, meaningless 18-footer. Just so happened to have only like 27 seconds. Couldn't do it at like 34 seconds, so that Michigan State had to score or had to shoot again. Had to be at 27, 28 seconds. So then they just basically dribbled out the clock. That was terrible.
Hey Joe, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm stuck in this win one, lose one purgatory, but still it's been a great year.
Hey, that's a
The
fire.
win paid for the mortgage.
That's a fire ass new avatar, Joe.
Yeah,
I like that pick.
I don't know if that's new.
It is?
I don't think it is.
Maybe it's just different because we changed it to this blue.
I don't know. But Dayton. Easy.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about
line Dayton? That was easy.
I can start fucking complaining about shit too. God damn it! Fucking.
Oh yeah, you didn't have Florida State. I was
Dayton, Florida State under 164.5.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here! 93 points in the whole second half. It looks like it's gonna hit, and they score with like 35 seconds left to go from 164 to 166. That was bullshit. But hey, it is what it is.
Unders, they're always capable of dying. Overs, always capable of living.
At one point, I looked in the first half, and this was because I got to look at that, because in the first half they were, oh man, it was probably, I'd say like 6 minutes left, maybe. They only scored 28 points first 10 minutes. And it was like probably 6 minutes left in the half, and it was pretty damn, I'd say it was what, 30 to 14.
Yep.
So 44 points. I think I looked at the over under. It was like sitting at like 140 in the 140s. I'm like, damn, okay, I got like 20 something. I look at halftime, I'm like, fuck, they put up like 25 in the last like 5 minutes. So it's at like 73. And I'm like, okay, I just can't get in the 90s. Sure as shit. 94, 95 points or 93 points in the second half. Blew that. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Luke Locks is freaking all offense. South Carolina covered. I think we both bet South Carolina there. So good stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I bet Canisius, but I stayed off. I was scared. I don't know if you ended up betting Canisius.
No, I actually picked Rhode Island team total over, and that was dead from the jump. They scored 22 points in the first half. Glad I didn't bet it. That way I was just a pick. But, yeah, I probably should have been on the Canisius side. That would have been a kind of a little sweat. They ended up losing by 17 after being up at half.
Lamar lost that battle against Texas Rio Grande, but I'll tell you, didn't. Easiest play on the board almost too, outside of Dayton, Tennessee. Woo-wee! Rocky Top. They toppled Louisville. We've seen Louisville go on the road. Tennessee shoots 55% from the field. They go to the line and shoots 20. They go to the line 28 times, so that home whistle was rocking. And also, they just kind of dominated wire to wire. So shout out Tennessee. That was a good win. And Jacoby Gillespie, man, fun to watch.
Oh yeah, no, that was free money. Even if you got the finishing line of like what 2.5, 3.5, I think it blew up all the way to 3.5 there before tip. Under 157.5 came through as well. So that was always fun. I didn't bet both sides. I just took Tennessee on the money line when it was at 1.5. But the under 157.5 kind of hit with ease as well. So that was fun. And speaking of Lamar, that was probably my worst bet of the day. Hand up. I thought they were going to be better. I can't decide whether it was that or my underplay of Georgia Tech Marist. One of those two that were just terrible bets. I'm like, oh, they lost. Oh, well.
Lamar's up there for me today. Bowling Green gets it done. What a cover. Minus 19.5. They win by 21. They were only up like 12 with 2 minutes to go. So someone call the number there. And then good luck battle win. I think you took Miami, Ohio. I took Wright State at home. So props to you, my friend. I'm not afraid to say I lost. And it's okay. Because we all remember the one that hurts the most back in the day. I know it still sits with you, that Santa Clara back in the day. No, we'll forget about Miami, Ohio, Wright State,
Man,
FIU.
that Miami Ohio game, it wasn't even really a sweat, really. I mean, I know it looked
No, they were up. No, I
pretty
watched that
close down
whole
the
game.
stretch,
They're
but
good, man. They're going to be undefeated going into MAC play. I mean,
11-0, first time in history.
them and Akron, man, they're going to be. That's going to be a dangerous. There might be two teams with 25 wins in the MAC. Unbelievable. And then FIU covered. That was good. DePaul St. John's over. Did not. It got close, but just needed a couple more points. And that started the second half. I didn't bet UMKC, Oklahoma, Ryder, Delaware. Did you?
Nope, I didn't either. I'm glad I stayed off Delaware. That was 8.5. Would have got hooked.
Oh yeah, I refused to bet that game. And then Oklahoma laying that many points with Porter Moser, never fun. UNC Greensboro's ass. They're terrible.
That was a bad bet too.
I bet them, and then I bet Mississippi Valley State, which I took the first half. They won. They're up 43-40, but they gave everything that they were down 43-40 in the end of the first half. They gave up and lost 88-64. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Belmont, Evansville, that was fun too. If you got there.
Belmont team total over 78.5. That was nice. I didn't bet it. Picked it. Should have bet it. I was kind of pissed that I didn't. But that came through. I will say, I know going back to the very kind of beginning, but that Holy Cross, I just picked the over there. That came through. Shout out Crutch for kind of talking me off of backing Holy Cross there at home. He said it was a bad spot for them. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just pivot to the over. What wasn't going to be a bet for me either way, but shout out to him for helping out my win total on the season.
Marist, Georgia Tech, you said you bet the under there, so I didn't bet anything there. I was going to maybe take Marist money line, but held off of it. First half money line would have been a little bit better, but yeah, Georgia Tech, good win for them. Mississippi State only beats Long Island by 4. I did not bet Long Island. I picked them. Kind of mad. So
yeah, I bet them. That was a good one. That was a fun one. Pretty easy. Didn't have to really sweat it.
No, I mean, definitely with the points. Mississippi State, they're all Josh Hubbard, Jaden Epps. Not a big Jaden Epps fan either. But I do like Josh Hubbard. I think he's a good ball player, but they don't have any defense. They kind of lack any not athleticism, charisma, that is. And then I think the knife beat the gunfight. Did you end up betting Morehead State? Because Little Rock lost by 14, did not cover the 4.5.
Yeah, I bet Morehead State, and that was another one that I was,
nice win,
really good. Another kind of sweat free, really. One of my view, when they're up 14-15 there at half, I think maybe it actually was 18, but that was I thought I was doomed. I thought it was a Michigan State kind of a deal all over again. They were gonna be up a lot at half and then somehow not cover, but. Shout out to Morehead.
Yeah, that was good there. And then the rest of the night looks like ETSU, they were covering, but then just fell flat in the second half, didn't show up. Texas, dominant performance. Butler just shit the bed. Couldn't cover when it was close and just didn't show up in the second half. And I mean, I can't believe we faded Kansas as well. Or at least I did. I'll speak for myself. I don't know if he took Towson or not.
The under 137.5 that came through.
That did come through.
That was a nice one as well. I've been riding these Kansas unders, man, and they've been really profitable so far this year. So besides that NC State game, I think that would have been like 4 or 5 in a row that I've hit. And the NC State game, only reason why it didn't was because it went to overtime.
BYU, dominant performance against Pacific. They win by 34. And then my final game I'll talk about is Queens 27.5. They lose by 28. I mean, listen, they probably shouldn't have covered this game regardless. They were getting their ass beat off. But then they bring it to 23. They bring it to 23. Then it gets to 25. Queens is getting hacked down low, by the way. No calls. And then all of a sudden, Arkansas gets a rebound. They're slightly touched. Fouls to both ends of the court twice in a row. Fouls. Go to the line. And then it's 27 points. I'm like, okay, Queens, take it below 30 seconds, and then we'll be good. And they did. Well, Arkansas runs into transition. The dude fucking goes to lays it up. Foul with 16 seconds left. He misses the front end of the first. Makes the second. Queens has a chance at the butt. They're like playing the freaking mic and drill down below. Getting hacked. No calls. Arkansas wins by 28. Brutal, brutal, brutal. So, yeah, 9-12 for me. Not my best day. But we do have Southern for a potential 10-12 plus 12.5. They're down 6 with 10 minutes to go. Don't gas out, Southern. Please don't gas out. That would put me at 9-13. I would be down. I'd be still up like 28 point something units. And then if not, if they win, I'll be down like 29 or be up 29 units on the year. So I'm still up in December, but it's been a weird one in December. Win one, lose one. And November was hot, hot, hot. And I know January is going to be hot, hot, hot. And tonight's going to be too. I'm excited for the slate. It's a fun. If you love college basketball, you really got to prove you love it for these kind of slates, in my opinion. Tons of games. Don't really know what's going on, maybe with some random opponents. So if you're new to college basketball, you're a D-Gen, this one's a good one. Elliot, any final thoughts on the day?
I will say another one of my kind of favorite caches today was Valpo. Plus the points. I know last night I talked about, how they were going to probably be down by 20, maybe a little bit more than 20 at some point, but they're going to fight, battle back. And that's exactly what they did. Ended up losing by 16. So it's always fun when you kind of see your caps come to fruition in real life right in front of you. So shout out to the Beacons, Crusaders, in my opinion, but
Crusaders, yes.
Shout out to them. But yeah, I'm sitting 11-9. I got 2 bets left. Cal Poly money line. I'm on Cal Baptist. I'm on the other side of you. Cal Poly going through a scoring drought right now. They're down 6. They're up by 1.5. What could go wrong there? And it looks like Cal Baptist up 6, 8 now. So we'll see if would you get that Southern at 12.5?
12.5, yeah.
Perfect. So let's finish like 10, 11, 12. We'll get a middle.
They'll gas out. Southern's going to gas out. I'll be 9-13 on the day. So we're going to pull a Trevor reverse jinx in his honor. But yeah, that was a fun cash for sure. Who knows? Maybe we rip a live bet in the UC San Diego game, but not chasing because we got a 50-game slate to go over for the 17th here. No day games unless you're going to watch some D2 Kansas Christian versus Central Arkansas, Elliot. Maybe you'll be tuning in at work. Kansas Christian maybe gets you a little excited against Central Arkansas. And
just
then,
up the road from me.
You talked about them last night, right? Didn't you?
No, I think I was talking about Spurgeon College, who UMKC played. Kansas Christian's another one of those colleges you would never even know it's in Kansas City, but it's just up the road from work for me. So too bad Central Arkansas ain't coming in and playing at their little high school rec center. That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be freaking awesome. I bet Central Arkansas is very similar stadium in Conway. Let's see what the Ferris Center is like. The Ferris Center in Conway. Oh my gosh, Elliot, Kansas Christian may have a bigger gym than the Ferris Center.
Hold on.
Dude, yes. It's a freaking science fair, Jim. Kansas Christian College Basketball Gym. I gotta see this. Oh my gosh, I play. It's like It's like when the old men's leagues I'd run in freaking the Catholic gyms.
Which one?
Uh, Kansas Christian.
Oh yeah, exactly. And there's like no seats in there.
Ken Hatt, my boy, hooped at Kansas Christian. Let's go. All right.
There's absolutely no seats in there.
Oh, it looks like they. Oh, I might after this. I'm gonna stream Kansas Christian men versus Ozark Christian College. Little. Oh no, I'm not because Kansas Christian 190 is up 90-65. Nice thumbnail on your YouTube video, considering you give the score away with 50 seconds left. But Kansas Christian College, Ken Hatt, shout out your buddy. Let drop his name. Let's get some stats rolling up. I'm looking up. I might become a Kansas Christian fan. Very good team. Get them into Assembly Hall, please.
I'm gonna buy you a shirt.
They'd beat Ball State. They'd beat Ball State for sure. Let's go. Cash those slips. Good to see you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Looks like we got some bets rolling. Let's frickin' go. Yeah, cash those slips. Nice. All right. Let's get into it. December 17th. Let's rock it. UNI is laying 4.5 in Chicago, Illinois against the Flames of Illinois, Chicago. I love that logo. One of my favorite logos in college basketball, especially the older one. I know it's transparent with the slides, so it's even kind of cooler in my opinion. I don't know, man. I feel like UIC's kind of been competitive. It just feels like just such a trap with UNI here, but I don't think I don't. I know UNI's kind of laid it down just a little bit and let off the gas somewhat. UIC's lost 4 straight, lost by 3 to Belmont. UNI went on the road to Tulsa, lost by 3. What else have they done on the road? Barely anything.
Yeah, and that Tulsa game was in a neutral.
Yeah.
I was in California.
They won at Irvine, though. I'll give them that. That's
they did win Irvine.
Way tougher gym to play in probably than the Credit Union One Arena in Illinois, Chicago. I think Northern Iowa's defense is solid. I think the over-under is somewhat telling for a UIC team as well. I'll take UNI, but I don't love it. This line sucks.
Yeah, I agree. I'll take UIC, but I'm not going to bet it. I don't think Problem with me that I struggle with here on this kind of this number and this line is UNI shoots 65% from the free throw line, whereas UIC shoots 78%. So I think if we get a close game, could come down to some free throws, and we see maybe you get hooked either one way or the other depending on who you're on. I'll be on UIC. I think, at home, conference home opener for them. They'll get up here. Kind of weird that it's at a 4 p.m. game, Central, here for UIC for their conference home opener. But I'll take them, but it'll be a no bet for me.
Yeah, I don't love this. I'll let this number climb down. Maybe look for Northern Iowa better live on a money line potentially. Just I think we're going to be able to get them around even money, but because this is going to be a lot closer than we think at first. But if it does favor with UIC on the total here, and we've seen kind of UIC, 84 against Belmont. They don't score tons of points against good, well-defensed teams. I'll look at the UIC team total under potentially too, but I'm going to be up. freaking got work to do after this for like an hour. So I'll be up. I'll have all my picks on the sheet ready to rock so you'll wake up and presents will be under the Christmas tree because this one's going to be a winner tomorrow. But yeah, I don't want to dive into the stink super early. So if anything, I think UNI's defense can clamp. And with the low total, it's not my favorite to lay points. But we're going to check for a Northern Iowa money line live. All right. New Hampshire is laying 3.5 against Stonehill. Over unders 136.5. What in the hell? Oh my gosh. I mean, UNH just scored 88 against Boston, given that was 10 days ago. But Stonehill scored 101 against a D2 opponent. They've barely played games.
They were down.
Give me the under in this game. Nope. Give me the under in this game.
They were down like what 70-54 in that game against Boston. Went on a 23-4 run. Took the lead, then lost the lead, then went on a 14-2 run to kind of close it out. Kind of a pretty crazy comeback win for New Hampshire here. Yeah, I'll take Stonehill.
Yep. I'll take Stonehill on the defense. Stonehill and under.
But yeah, I don't mind that under, especially after New Hampshire exploded for 80 and Stonehill just put up 101. Yeah, give me the under, but I'll side with Stonehill plus the 3.5.
It looks like people are betting Illinois Chicago on the splits I'm looking at. If anyone can confirm that UNI minus 3.5, I'll end up betting it. Or UIC team total under. I'm not looking for the live money line. We'll go balls to the wall at first. But this one, Stonehill under. You. Florida, oh my God.
This line, man.
Florida's laying 44.5 against St. Francis, PA. I mean, St. Francis just lost by 28 to Temple. But it's 44.5 points. Like, my God. Give me St. Francis plus 44.5. I mean, that's so many freaking points. Like, what in the hell? I mean, I know this team's a D2. They just lost by 33 to Radford. They may get blown out of the gym. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to wait to bet this and let this climb. Dude, could we get like a
50?
A 48.5, 50? Yeah, dude, that could be impressive. I'll take it all day. Freaking football. This is like a week 1 college football matchup line.
Seriously. Man, I mean, I feel like, Florida, they've been struggling here as of late. They've lost, 2 of their last 3. They just, got that win against George Washington. I think they're going to kind of love just getting whatever the hell they want here and scoring at will. I'll take the Florida team total over. Shit, is it like 107?
It's 99.5.
Oh yeah, give me that. I'll take that. It's fun. It's funny that you have the discrepancy like that. You have 99.5, and then what would that be? 50.
Well, the San Fran PA team total is 54.5.
Yeah, but 54.5 plus 99. Oh yeah. Yeah, give me the team total over 99.5. Gators hang up 100, but I don't want to bet this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, St. Francis gave up 102 to Oklahoma, 102 to TCU, and
104 to TCU. 96 to Xavier as well, 95 to Temple just a second ago. I mean, St. Francis's team totals at 54.5. I'll let that number climb. Fuck it. Be fun. If they lose by 50, so be it. I like that team total over though.
Yeah, and Florida, they've got nothing on deck. They got Colgate at home. Last 3 home games, basically, St. Francis, Colgate, Dartmouth, before they open up SEC play on the road against Missouri on the 3rd of January. So
Xavier is laying 2.5 at home. True home game in the Cintas Center. Over-unders 150.5. People love betting on this Creighton team, but they kind of suck. And Xavier, not the best, but Xavier's figured some things out. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They looked good against Cincinnati after their slow start to the season. But now they get conference home game against a Creighton team that's really looked beatable and have proven they're beatable and have not found anything. Don't play with much heart. They beat Oregon by 10. Outside of that, some pretty low-end opponents. They, I'm sure you watched that Kansas State game. Kansas State just kind of ran them out of the gym, and I feel like Xavier kind of runs at a similar pace as a K-State team. So I don't know. Creighton does have some film on them, but I just don't trust their defense. They really lack athleticism, and I think Xavier in the home crowd is going to be able to get it done. So I'll ride the home team in the conference opener.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I will. I'll take Xavier minus the 2.5 there in the Cintas Center. I think protecting your home court. I always talk about it here in the Power 5 conferences. It's a big deal to protect home court, win your home games in conference play, especially when you're talking about at large bids. So give me X. I know everybody's going for some DMX. I wish I could play it right now. I just don't want to get in trouble.
I can sing it though. X gonna give it to you. They gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
But yeah, give me X.
There's a thing some people need to learn about. It's called fair use. When you can do creativity, it's not just copying things completely. No creativity. You got to put your creative touch on it. It's called
rest in peace to DMX.
Yeah, rest in peace to DMX. Great guy. Looks like people are betting Creighton too. So
yeah, maybe just wait.
Even better. I'm gonna wait till the end of the show to bet some X. Let's take some X too. Quinnipiac is laying. No, it's basically find what book you want to bet a favorite or a dog on, because Quinnipiac and Monmouth are here at home. Monmouth in New Jersey. Quinnipiac off of 4 wins in a row. Going up against Monmouth, who's lost 2 in a row, just lost to Fairfield on the road. I mean, Monmouth pretty good at home, to say the least. Now we get Quinnipiac on a pick'em. Is Quinnipiac better?
Yeah, they're probably the better team, talent-wise, overall-wise. Yeah, I think they're the better team. I think.
Let's take Quinnipiac.
I'm taking Monmouth though.
The Monmouth feels like the play for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm taking Monmouth. King Rice at home. I like what Monmouth does there at home. They beat Robert Morris already in overtime there. Beat Princeton as well. 2 solid programs generally. I think they can get it done here at home against Quinnipiac. I also like, I think you'll see, a little bit more. It's hard to, when you're comparing the MAAC and the CAA, it's kind of like, I think the CAA obviously is a way better conference. So But then you're looking at, the middle of the pack CAA team versus kind of the top tier MAAC team. But yeah, give me Monmouth at home, and I'll back King Rice here in this spot.
All right, we're battling there. Quinnipiac, they can't win them all. One on the road at Iona. They'll go on freaking Monmouth too. UCSB is laying 4.5. Oh my God. Green Bay. It went viral, everyone. Oh, nice, Jake. Okay, yeah. Look at this stat, by the way. I might have shared this already. I'm freaking losing my mind on this, but Ramil Bethea, he's 29 years old. He's 29 years old, and he's a sophomore. He's 29, and he's a sophomore. High school, graduated in 2014. Worked at Dunkin' Donuts, Harris Teeter Grocery. Then he was in the Navy for 5 years. Then he went to Mira Costa College, and then Green Bay this year. Holy cow. Now we got UCSB laying points on the road against Green Bay off of a decent showing. I mean, what a terrible travel spot for this UCSB that doesn't already do well on the road either. Defensively, they kind of suck. I think you know what we got to do. Let's go bet Doug Gottlieb and Ramil Bethea and the 29-year-old. I mean, they're kind of soft. Don't get me wrong. They look soft, but I don't know. I don't love US. I thought this line would be more if it's a UCSB spot. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm kind of been disappointed in UCSB. I mean, I know their record in general 8-3, solid record, but I just haven't been as excited to just watch this team as I thought I was going to be this year so far. But I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't go on the Green Bay side here at home, back them plus the 4.5. I think Green Bay, they played 2 in a row. Now they're back home. Their last home game, if you remember, we were on Green Bay, and they gave up that terrible ass ending, 15-2 run to lose that game to Robert Morris, the chair throw game for Gottlieb. So now they return to the scene of the crime. I like the Phoenix here.
Yeah, I like the Phoenix here, and I like the over as well too. And yeah, there is some discrepancies all across these books. So 144.5 is available as well. But yeah, I like the Phoenix here. UCSB's defense just doesn't quite travel. The pace isn't that friendly for just blind rushing to take an over, but UCSB can get to the line a lot. Green Bay gets to the line a lot, and both teams foul a good amount. So I see some extra points loading here on that end, and yeah, let's go Green Bay. Play well. Oh wow, Chattanooga going up against Bellarmine. Look at that crest. Nice. It's very cool. Chattanooga. This line freaking stinks. Not like Chattanooga's that great. I mean, I know they won the NIT, but that was last year. Chattanooga's defense outside of that's been horrible. Lost to Tennessee State at home. Lost to SEMO at home. I don't trust Chattanooga's defense here against a Bellarmine team on a home spot. I feel like they've been somewhat efficient, and they haven't had a home win against a D1 opponent, and they got really close against Northern Kentucky on Saturday. I think we picked Bellarmine, no bet, but they did cover. But I don't know. Chattanooga's kind of the better team, but I'll take Bellarmine.
I agree. I'm with Ken. The freaking pineapple on this crest of Bellarmine.
Yeah, what are they swingers? Are they swingers?
It's not upside down, so I don't think they're swingers. But curious if anybody can do a little research and fill us in on the chat.
the pineapple. I mean, they might be swingers, man. I think that's just like, oh, we want you to think it's not upside down, but it is.
Cap, do some research. Figure out what the hell this pineapple means. Yeah, I'll take Bellarmine plus the points. No bet for me.
Yeah.
I've got a few times betting on Chattanooga. I'm not backing them here, especially on the road. I typically like to back Chattanooga there at home, and even then, they haven't been good this year. Totally different team. You could almost look at possibly just betting an over here. Both teams' defenses are absolutely terrible. So I don't mind that over 151 either. I think, both offenses are pretty good. And I think we see a lot of points here because both defenses are just absolutely atrocious. So I wouldn't mind that over. Maybe that'll be what I pick is the over 151 here in this.
I got the answer here. Bellarmine confirmed swingers. The pineapple appears on the Bellarmine University seal as a symbol of hospitality, welcome, and compassion. Historically, pineapples were rare and signified a grand welcome. Bellarmine adopted this to show care for individuals in the community. It represents openness and genuine care for everyone. Interesting. Okay. Interesting choice of words there with your pineapple. All right. Bellarmine. Interesting. They got a they got a pineapple mascot like at Welcome Week and stuff. They're all about this pineapple going on here in Bellarmine. It's everywhere.
Virgil says it's a feminine symbol for hospitality.
Well, I'm just reading what it says on this stupid AI overview, freaking Google quick search. It represents openness and genuine care for everyone. Everyone, let's go. Cheers, everyone. Give me Bellarmine. No bet. Fucking throw out these pineapples in my house. Jacksonville State is laying 4.5 against Eastern Kentucky. Both of these teams are creeping up on the no bet list. Eastern Kentucky, we got it done against Eastern Illinois, so they survived while their back was against the wall. Don't go banging twice there. That's for damn sure. And knocking on that door. Now you got Jacksonville State laying points. I'll take Jacksonville State at home. No bet. I'm not betting this one for sure.
Yeah, I'll take Jacksonville State. Laying the 4.5. No bet for me. I've continuously bet on Eastern Kentucky this year. They came through, and we said if they didn't come through, they were gonna be a no bet for us. So maybe we should just say that every time, so they actually hit the bet each time. But no, I'll lay it with the Cox here at home. But yeah, no bet for me in this one. Only thing I really would care for is if I was going to bet this would be like a first half line. We've seen Jacksonville State play pretty good in the first half, and then they kind of fade down the stretch. So that would be the only angle that I would take, but no bet for me.
And no offense, but students don't care about Jacksonville State basketball anyway. Sadly, we need more peeps. We need more D-gens out there and sickos. So yeah, screw Jacksonville State. I need to see more from Eastern Kentucky. It would be an automatic rush for me to bet Eastern Kentucky eye test, but I've watched them. They're horrible. Presbyterian is catching 2.5 in East Carolina. The Blue Hose. Let's go, Blue Hose. This line stinks. East Carolina kind of off their big comeback win against Buffalo. I don't know. It kind of feels like a potential sell high spot, but I mean, they're really not getting much. I mean, it's -2.5. Presbyterian's got really good defense. They've had 11 days to kind of prepare for this game. as they start to finish up their non-conference schedule. East Carolina does have North Carolina ahead, but they're so bad. I don't think they're looking ahead. I think they're just hung over potentially from the Buffalo game. But I don't know. 2 years ago, this game's -7.5. A year ago, this game's -7.5, maybe more. It's tough for me to take this, but it's to me, it's smelling like Presbyterian gets this done a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think this short of a line, this short number at +2.5, I'll take Presbyterian here. I think the Blue Hose here are going to be able to get it done. They're going to slow down pace. Look at the total, 129.5, indicative of a game that Presbyterian likes to play. I think this game's in the 60s. Presbyterian wins it outright, 64-62. But I'll just take the +2.5 and maybe prevent ECU coming from behind and stealing it. And yeah, Grossman, he's in the chat, 268th in the country for free throws for ECU, so not very good, 68.6%. Presbyterian's actually worse, 65.3%, good for 324th in the country.
Yeah, they're both bad, but East Carolina does get to the line a good amount. But yeah, this line freaking stinks. God, I mean, play with some pride, East Carolina. I mean, what the hell?
Presbyterian first half money line.
Oh man, I feel like I like that. I mean, of course, if I play a first half, Presbyterian will win outright, lose the first half, just because how it's been with first half bets. But no, I like that. I like that angle. Jacksonville is laying a point against Florida A&M. Oh man, Florida A&M. I mean, I like the team. I think they're I've stepped it up a little bit. I mean, after a great season last year, but all new coaches. They got Charlie Ward under center running the helm. They just got a home win. Haven't played many games in general. Now you got Jacksonville, who's got a little more step in their boots, just a tad bit. We don't know which Jacksonville we're going to get. And Jacksonville already played Florida A&M on December 2nd and won in overtime, 85-82 in a home game. Now they're going into Florida A&M. I don't care, though. I think Jacksonville's better. Give me Jacksonville on the money line. No bets.
Yeah, I will.
Wow. Covered.
What was it? 8? I lost barely. Looks like I'm going to be 11-11.
It's a 8-point game, 75-67.
Yeah, I think I'll be on FAMU here. I think this is a similar line to that Alabama A&M North Alabama game that we just saw. We were on that same, we kind of took that same approach, better team, taking the 1.5 or just betting a money line. But I'll take FAMU here. I really like, these SWAC teams. I know they played one D1 home game there at the very beginning of the year against Kennesaw State, lost that by 20. But now they've been, haven't played very many games, like you said. They've been away from home. I know they just played Albany State. They're at home on Monday, so kind of got their legs under them. But first D1 home game in over a month, like 5 weeks now. So I think they're going to be ready to play. I will take Florida A&M on the money line to get revenge against Jacksonville. Like you said, they've already played tough, hard to beat a team twice. Give me FAMU money line.
Way to go, Dusty! Way to go, Dusty! No dust today there, but all good there, Dusty.
That's been on one. He's been having a good week so far.
Yeah, he has been having a good week this far. Been killing it. That's what you got to do. 2 days, start off the week hot. Build that roll up. Richmond is going into Elon laying 4.5. Elliot, how about you lead us off on this one? You going Spiders, or are you taking the Phoenix to rise up?
Rise like the wind.
What's that commercial?
Uh,
I will rise up.
yeah, I'll. Man, this one's tough for me. What I'll probably end up doing in this one is taking Elon. I don't really want to, just because Richmond has, been kind of a cash cow for me this year. They kind of seem to cover, shoot, even go to overtime against Southern Illinois at home, somehow get the cover magically for me. So I want to be on. I want to be on Richmond, but I think it's a possible Elon spot. You could almost look. I know this total's pretty high, sitting at 160, 161. But I think we see a lot of points scored, so I wouldn't mind backing the over 160.5, or taking like the Richmond team total over. I know that you took Elon team total over last time, and that cashed against you and I. So I just this dreaded 4.5 number makes me want to take Elon. I think, like you said, if it was a little bit higher, 6.5, 7, I would like Richmond maybe a little bit more, but I'll attack either the just a full game over or Richmond team total over, because I think their offense is good and Elon's defense is very stinky.
Yeah, I hate going against this. Elon's been able to compete hard. They just had a great gritty win against NIU. Kind of came back and won. I know Richmond, though. They can go on scoring droughts as well. They kind of run more sets, so I'll be interested to see how Richmond can run here. But I'm going to take Elon plus the points at home. I think this Billy Taylor team is fun to watch. They can get into scoring position very easily, run out into transition. I think that could potentially disrupt this Richmond team, especially a Richmond team that just put up 93 points. I'll take Elon plus the points at home. I'll let it climb a little bit too if people are betting Richmond. So let's go Elon. I didn't bet any Cal Poly. I think Elliot bet Cal Poly though.
Yeah, I'm on Cal Poly money line. Looks like Montana State just fouled the 3-point shooter, so hopefully Cal Poly can sink these 3 free throws.
And 10-12 day for me. Shout out Southern, good cover there. Thank you to end the night. So I'm steadfast and looking forward to this slate. The Phoenix and I will rise up. UCF is laying 14.5 against Mercer. The books are kind of getting a little sharp here. Mercer getting some steam from the books. Mercer goes into Clemson, only loses by 7. UCF though is super hot right now. We've seen UCF. Just the pace that they run, it's a top pace in the country. They got good size, can rebound well. That makes them run out the transition. I think this could be a problem for this Mercer team. We really haven't seen Mercer give this up yet. Tennessee, they only lost by 15. Winthrop, they got killed on the road. And outside of that, this Ryan Ritter Mercer team has been super solid. I feel like this number is very sharp, though, to say the least. Like this is gonna be where we saw so many of these like random numbers and big numbers today end up right around that number. The books are so freaking good, but I think Mercer, they can run at pace. They're good offensively. UCF's defense isn't outstanding. I'm just worried about Mercer potentially gassing out. But they just scored only 63 points against this Clemson team. Now they get an easier UCF defense who's on a winning streak. I'll take Mercer plus the points.
And Cal Poly will inbound from.
Yeah, I mean, why would I not just bet the over in this game? I don't know. It's kind of seems to me almost like a no-brainer bet. With you got a Mercer team who likes to put up points defensively. They allow teams to play fast and give up a lot of points as well. You've seen UCF at home. Look at that Quinnipiac score, 102.91. I could see some similar type of a line, maybe not as high, but 90 to 80 something, and that puts you at 170 or higher. So I'll take the over 163.5 here. Like you said, if you're on the Mercer side, kind of that similar angle. Instead of taking the dog,
like Lipscomb today, yeah. I mean, Lipscomb's still covered, but yeah.
But instead of taking the dog, if you can expect them to kind of hang around with these two offenses, just ride the over 163.5. So
yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'll write that down though, and I think I'll let the number climb for Mercer anyway. So
correct. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. UMass is laying. Wait, what? Wagner's laying 5.5, 4.5 against Maryland Eastern Shore. Shall I? Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it one time for the one time.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Jerry.
I mean, 50 games on the slate. They're all some good mid-major games. This is a mid-major game I don't want to touch. Give me Wagner minus 4.5. They beat UMez by like 12. They win like 70 to 52, or 70 to 60, 62 to 50, something along the lines of that. They just randomly win by like 12. Fuck, I might bet it. Screw it. I do care. I might bet. I mean, this is UMez, but laying points with Wagner though, not the funnest, but I don't know. I think Wagner wins by 12 personally against this UMez team. So
yes, six straight road game for UMez here, and then you've got Wagner playing their first D1 home game of the season. So
D1,
they haven't really. Come on, get in there. Yes, Poly down 1, 17 seconds.
Fighting the Mustangs.
They've gotten 2 wins. Wagner just got taken to overtime by Bloomfield at home. Looking ahead to this. Yeah, I will.
Bloomfield in New Jersey.
I'll take Wagner. I'll lay it minus the 5. Oh, what a terrible shot! No.
Bloomfield College basketball. Let's see their gym. Ooh, some fire jerseys. They got like the yellow and red kind of trim. These guys look like some hoopers.
Couldn't even get a shot up. Air ball 3, and then can't even get a shot up on that rebound. Tough, but yeah, I'll lay it here with Wagner minus the 5 in their first home opener, basically. And UMass on 6 straight road game. Give me Wagner.
You bet this?
4.5. I don't know.
I'm
tempted.
Let's go Wagner. Fuck it. 4.5. Stony Brook. God, books love Stony Brook. Laying this big number again. I mean, it worked out. Betting Stony Brook, laying that points on Saturday, it worked out well for me. The line was just kind of telling. Now they're do they do it twice in a row? I mean, Albany kind of sucks, I know, but I mean, Albany at least can score. Defensively could be an issue though with how Stony Brook does. I'll take Albany plus the points. I'm not going to bet this though because I laid it last time with Stony Brook. It was solid. I feel like Stony Brook can run in sets and maybe disrupt Albany, but I don't know. At that point too, I just feel like Albany's going to be able to score just fine. I think this game ends around 82-72 and right around the numbers. So I think I'm going to lay off of this bet. But give me Albany. Stony Brook's really picked it up, though, man.
Yeah, man, I kind of want to take Stony Brook again, but I see your angle on that. Don't take them after they just had that similar line against a Central Michigan team. Now they're playing kind of a comparable opponent statistically speaking. 319th in Ken Palm versus 321st at Ken Palm for Central Michigan. I'll take Stony Brook, but I don't want to bet it. They have been playing a lot better, so I'll ride them, kind of playing very good. I mean, shoot, Stony Brook 8-3 on the season. Give me Stony Brook, and Albany had that tough travel spot where they went down to Florida for that one game after playing Yale on the neutral there in UMass and Mass Mutual Center. So just kind of weird up and down travel along the East Coast. So I'll take Stony Brook. No bet though.
All right. Cincinnati's laying 21.5 against Alabama State. Oh, not the Cincinnati team laying a big number yet again. Back to the well we go, but Cincinnati off of 2 losses. They just don't beat the crap out of teams, though, man. That's the only issue. Ugh. I'll take I don't know, Wes Miller. Screw that guy. I'll take Alabama State. I'm just worried about Cincinnati's defense just absolutely stormtroopering them and dominating. But I mean, Alabama State though just went 85-77 to Missouri on Thursday. They played good against New Mexico on the road in the pit. I mean, we've seen Alabama State's offense reciprocate, but how many times can they do it? Especially against a really good Cincinnati defense here. But just feels like a lot of points. But I'm not rushing to bet this. I'll wait for the tip off or something. I'll take Alabama State plus the points. Look at that little fang freaking hornet too. Elliot drew that. Elliot drew both of these, by the way.
Yep, free-handed, both at the same time. The hornet with my left, the bearcat with my right hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just nervous. I want to lay it with Cincinnati. They've got to be able to blow a team out. I mean, they're only blowout. I mean, I guess NJIT by 27 and Western Carolina by 31. So they got to be able to get up and blow somebody else out, especially after the 2 tough losses to Xavier and Georgia. But I'm going to take the points, and the reason I'm not going to bet it is because I think that it could be a blowout spot. So give me Alabama State plus the 21.5.
Yeah, let it climb if I bet it, but that's going to suck. The Citadel. Oh, man. Changed the logo, I think. Fuck, I love that old Citadel logo I chose for this one. Dickbag.
It was actually there was not a slide.
Oh, there was. Oh, I deleted it then. Fuck. So
I had to add a whole new slide.
I had the old Citadel with like the freaking like stogie coming out. I love that little thing. But then you got Charleston, this stupid freaking Comic Sans writing. Charleston won by 15 last year against the Citadel team. Charleston's just – their defense is horrible. But I think this is a spot for Charleston to get right here. They beat South Carolina State by 19. They just don't beat up on teams, man, at all. They beat Evansville up by 19. I think the Citadel exhausted their strength. They covered against South Carolina. I don't foresee Citadel being able to compete with this Charleston offense. And I feel like the books are just randomly slapping this number on this one for this last time. But I took Citadel for South Carolina. I'm not fading Citadel automatically. I just feel like this is a spot where Charleston randomly gets up for a spot here, and I'll wait to bet this too, as I think people will bet Citadel for how awful Charleston started off. So I'll take Charleston minus 15.5 against Citadel.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I'll take Charleston as well. I'll lay it here. Don't know if I'm gonna get to a bet on this. This is just a big number for me to lay with a Charleston team who I think is still dealing with injuries and hasn't been great. But if there's ever a team to really kind of run up the score and win by margin, it's definitely
even if it is like a little like big brother, little brother kind of angle, but screw it.
Yeah, I mean, Battle of Charleston, both in Charleston.
Yep.
So, let me do a little digging. I want to see what this looked like the last year.
It was a similar number, and I mean Charleston was a tad better, but I feel like they were kind of fugazi as well last year. Charleston was so.
They beat Citadel by 15 last year.
The exact same line the book set it at. It was 15-16.
Lost by 15. Wait, is this a – hold on. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Lost by 15 the last 2 years. See what they did on the third. Oh, dang it. I was hoping for another loss by 15.
That Charleston team was good 3 or 4 years ago. So they probably won by like 30.
Lost by 22. Yeah. I'll take I'll lay it with Charleston, but no bet for me for right now.
And Citadel's team total under is 64.5. So I like that Dusty Bottoms under 145 or and Citadel team total under. So I like that angle as well too. I think that's a better hedge on saying Citadel sucks versus trying to lay that many points with the Charleston defense as well. So great angle there. Dusty Bottoms. Shout out Dusty. Let's ride the momentum.
I don't like that either. Or I don't like that. I don't mind that either. Just because both teams, we typically see this Charleston team play with a lot more pace, but they're playing a lot slower this year. And so, both these teams will kind of slow it down on offense. So definitely could see that the under there or just the team total under angle for the Citadel.
Yeah, I love that. I freaking love that. I think I'm going to bet that. So let's go under.
Full game, or are you betting Citadel team total?
Full game. But that's why we talk about it. That's why we sound things out around here. And then we also bet things. Wake Forest is laying was it still 20.5?
26.5.
Oh yeah, 26.5 against Longwood. Man, Longwood, they suck.
They're bad.
Longwood's bad, but I don't know, man. Wake blowing up all these teams. I mean, they just beat Queens 111-73. I feel like Longwood. I mean, they gave up 78 to Pittsburgh, who barely scores any points. Longwood just really hasn't had any teams that they've played against that in like a P5 school, like a kind of a bye game. You lost by 25 on the road against Columbia, 8 against Binghamton. Longwood just kind of sucks. I'll take Wake. No bet. I like this Miles Colvin kid, but how many times can they do this? Can they do this twice in a row? I mean, potentially a team total over, but we've seen Wake score in the hundreds plenty of times, especially against these bye games.
Yeah, I mean,
total over 91.5.
Yeah, I just think I wouldn't even worry about taking the team total over. I would just lay it. I think Longwood's offense has just not been great. I've watched them, unfortunately, several times this year.
Yeah, they're horrible.
I've had it on had it on the game or had a bet in the game and had watched them. And I just, they don't really run very much of an offense. They rely on a lot of kind of one-on-one dribble drive type of action where guys are just taking them, off the ball, off the dribble. And I just don't think that's going to bode very well against a Wake Forest team who's going to be way more athletic and be able to defend them really well. So I don't see them scoring very much. So I'll just lay the number with Wake minus the 26.5.
All right, say and start saying goodbye to these big numbers. I mean, these are the final week or so with these big numbers. I mean, of course, we get some conference games that have them, but nothing like the 30s and 40s and whatnot. So, but guess what? Then we have the 26-27 season next year to bet those big numbers in November. Can't wait already for next season already, and betting those big numbers. It worked out well for us in November. NC State, speaking of big numbers, laying 33.5 against Texas Southern.
How many big numbers are they going to lay? And I mean, I guess they
just beat the shit out of Liberty, 85-45. I feel like Liberty
that wasn't even like a big number though.
No, that was like
11.5, 12.5 or something.
I think it was like I think I got it at 14.5. I think.
Okay.
But I mean, Texas Southern and Liberty, kind of a similar format team, similar styled team, and now we're getting this like bigger number. I'll lay it. NC State, no bets. It's like they're playing. Will Wade's gonna come out pissed off. Will FBI play? Lay it, no bets. And CLV stands for closing line value. So if we were to bet a -5.5 and then it closed at -3.5, that would be negative CLV. Now the opposite, if I bet it at 5.5 and it goes to 7.5, that is positive CLV, closing line value. Great question.
Yeah, I will. I'll lay it with NC State. Probably not going to bet it though. Kind of a sandwich spot off that overtime loss to KU. Then you got the semi-home game against Ole Miss. There at the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro on Sunday. I think it should be a bounce back spot for NC State. But this number's kind of. It's a lot, in my opinion, but they very well could just completely dominate them. Minnesota just beat Texas Southern by 36.
I think 36. Yep.
Yeah, lay it. I might bet this. 50 games and 45 no bets.
That's pretty funny. Hey, no, that's true. Hey, check the picks page though. I'll have it up here after the sheet. We'll trust me. We'll have more than that. For sure.
I'll have more than 5 bets. I promise.
Yeah, I promise to. But some of these are just horrible. Just like Wagner, we talked ourselves into betting Wagner -4.5. After saying that was a we don't care kind of game. Syracuse is laying 21.5 against Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst kind of been like my Pepperdine a little bit this season. I mean, they've covered at times, but against some of these P5 schools, they've just kind of laid an egg after their win against Loyola Chicago. But looking back on that in hindsight, not a great win. But they did go into Marshall, played tough. They went to Miami, Ohio, and played tough. I don't foresee I know Syracuse can win at margin for sure. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, this is Mercyhurst. They got Bernie Blunt IV. Like, what are we talking about? I mean, I love that Syracuse logo. I think it's a great logo by all means, but 21 points. I mean, for a Mercyhurst team that's going to limit possessions anyway, and against a 2-3 zone. I mean, yeah, Mercyhurst may only score 45 points, but I don't even foresee Syracuse to score 66, if that's the case. I think Mercyhurst keeps it within the number. I'll let it climb till the end of the show too, and bet Mercyhurst plus the points. I like this spot for them. They've had a chance to get up after they just got their ass kicked by Davidson. I expect their offense to pick it up just a bit and kind of prove their worth against a P5 school for once in their life in their final non-con game before going into Northeast Conference play. Let's go Bernie Blunt the fourth. Bernie Blunt the fourth, best player in college basketball.
Yeah, I don't want to fade Mercyhurst. I've kind of gotten into the system of just kind of backing Mercyhurst against all these Power 4 teams, and it hasn't been great here as of late. Lost the one against West Virginia and lost the one against Davidson. Syracuse, they're off that Hofstra loss outright at home. I think that they respond, but man, 21 points is a lot of points for me, in my opinion. I've faded Syracuse the last 2 games, and it's been profitable. I'll continue to fade. I'll ride Mercyhurst plus the 21.5. I think
Carpe diem, baby. Carpe diem.
I think Syracuse, they win this game by 16-17.
Classic logo there. Some Syracuse teams with Jerry Mack, Carmelo Anthony, Craig Forth, Hakem Warwick. Some ball knowledge there, guys. I was like 4 years old, 5 years old. Ball knowledge back in the day. You can go further, too, if you want. Maybe not. I know IU won in 87 on a buzzer beater. Keith Smart. Binghamton catching 22 and was that 22 and a half against Pittsburgh? It looks like it still is 22 and a half. Who the hell is Pittsburgh to be laying this many points?
It's Binghamton. It's the only issue.
Yeah, it's Binghamton. Exactly. That's enough said. I like this Binghamton team. They limit possessions. They can get to the line a good amount. I'm not saying they're going to be getting a rushed call by any means, but that's a lot of points. And I mean, their only get up. Their only get up spot is against Syracuse, but Pittsburgh's due for a drilling for sure. But they only beat Longwood by 18, Youngstown by 15. Yes. Bucknell by 34. So, I mean, they are capable of doing this. No pun intended, Jeff Capel. But get out of here. I'll take Binghamton plus the points. I'll let this number climb too, as people want to bet Syracuse on the high number. I think I'll get a better number for Binghamton here. And I don't know. It's Binghamton. Yeah, they suck, but Pittsburgh sucks just as much. And I think Binghamton, they don't play as many guys. They kind of play slow. They run those sets, and I think they can be just fine in the interior against a Pittsburgh team that's going to try to kind of win by shooting threes versus a Binghamton team that kind of takes it inside. So I think that they can keep with this number with that cap.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Pitt. No bet though. I don't want any part of this Pitt team. But they are off of 3 straight losses, 2 of them being at home. I think they really need to. They're looking to drill somebody here. I could see it being kind of a similar game to that Bucknell game where they kind of blew them out of the water by 30. So lay it with Pitt. No bet though for me.
I just don't see Pitt scoring more than 80 points by any means, and I think Binghamton can score 62 or 60-something points.
They score 62, I cover.
What do you mean?
86, 18. Never mind.
Yeah, what the fuck? You all right? Hey, it's all right. We long day, everyone. Long day. It's been a long day for us, and we're not complaining because we get to end our night enjoying a little beverage and talking hoops with you guys. All right. I need ice. Northern Kentucky is laying 2.5 against Oakland. Elliot, you want to take anything? Are you going to go with Greg Campy here off of an away loss in Northern Iowa? Northern Iowa, great cover, -7.5. They win by 12. Northern Kentucky, 1-1 in Horizon League play. They won at home by 15 to Cleveland State. They lost by 2 on the road to Purdue Fort Wayne. And Oakland, now 1-0. Kind of worried about Oakland's defense here. Elliot, you like Northern Kentucky here, or are you going to take Campy and the Grizz on the road?
I'm just going to take the over. Is what I'm going to take. Kind of something that I've been kind of swaying to with these Oakland games. They just don't play a lot of defense. Northern Kentucky plays with a lot of pace. I think they'll be able to, score at will at home. But I also think Oakland, on the offensive side of the ball, they're going to be able to be efficient and score as well. I think they are definitely, a little pissed off only getting 63 up on UNI, but that was a solid UNI defense. Northern Kentucky, their defense is not great. Even in that home win against Cleveland State, they gave up 80 to Cleveland State, gave up 76 to Bellarmine. So I think we see a high scoring affair here. I don't want to be a part of any side on this game. I would lean towards Oakland, but I think the over will hit. So 165.5, I'll take it. I know it's a little high, but so was that Oakland, Purdue, Fort Wayne, and that soared over easy.
Yeah, I like the over here as well. I think the team totals for both teams are just fine. Northern Kentucky or Oklahoma. I think we see both these teams in the high 80s.
Oklahoma.
What?
Oakland.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I said Oklahoma, but again, long night. Where we see for Greg Campy in Oakland, both teams kind of force turnovers. Or Northern Kentucky can first force turnovers. They play the perimeter okay. So I think Oakland needs to thrive by being able to shoot the three and go against their will of kind of taking it inside and getting out in a transition and forcing three and getting threes up in the air. But, NKU definitely got the rebounding advantage, second chance opportunity points for them. I certainly like the over. If I had to pick a side, though, I'll go with the home team with the Norse here. But, yeah, I like NKU for sure, but I'm going to take the over as well, and I think the team total is just fine for either team. Vanderbilt laying 7.5 against Memphis. That penny system. That smells like shit. Elliot, what you got in this one? I don't know about Penny as a dog anymore, but this one could be the one. I don't know, though. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, call me crazy, but I might just bet another over here, over 158.5. It seems a little low to me. I think Vanderbilt, they're good offensively, also really good defensively. If you want to talk about, both sides of the ball, but they play with a lot of pace. I think Memphis at home will be able to score a little bit. So I don't mind that over 158.5. I think, Penny as a dog, sure, but this seems like a little bit less than what I would like backing him as a dog at. I think Vanderbilt would be my side, -7.5. But yeah, I'll take the over 158.5, and I would lay it with Vandy if I was taking a side.
Oh, God. That system smells like shit. Ugh. I'm not betting Memphis for damn sure, but I don't know, man. I mean, there's got to be some type of give and go.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to bet Memphis, my question is, why wouldn't you just you bet the over then? I mean, you're gonna see a Vandy.
I think how they have to win is to
slow it down.
Is to slow it down. I mean, the Vanderbilt's going to win if they if they force turnovers, they get out in the transition, they run and gun. I mean, we haven't seen Vanderbilt really score. A low-scoring game for Vanderbilt this season is 83 with Western Kentucky and Central Arkansas. They definitely very well could put up 100 against this porous Memphis D.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Vanderbilt shooting the three. I don't know. I'll lay it with Vanderbilt. I'm not a fan of laying points on the road. I'll just let. That system's starting to smell like shit, and this Memphis team is not fun. But
It could be a kind of a similar game style to that Wake Forest Memphis game.
just 10-0 going to 4-5.
I know.
Ugh. Check the pick sheet tomorrow morning on that one. I may have to flip a coin here. Siena going into Vermont. Ooh, this one's fun. Jerry McNamara, 9-2. Siena hasn't not lost since November 17th, where they lost on a buzzer beater to Colgate. Vermont kind of in a win one, lose one kind of pattern, like my December. But they lost 2 in a row, then win 2 in a row. This is Vermont at home, and it's definitely a nice spot for them. Just because we normally see like Vermont getting laying 5.5, 4.5, 7.5 at home, where we kind of have to figure out, does Vermont cover the number? Now we can kind of get them on a pick 'em here. Jerry Mack, I love you. I know Siena's good. They've won 7 in a row. This isn't really a conference game. Siena's going to Assembly Hall December 22nd. They're going on a weird little travel spot. I hate this Vermont team, but I'm going to bet them. I'm gonna get them at home. I know Siena's better, but this is Vermont on a short number. I just got to take it from betting this for now forever, and we're getting Vermont on a low number. I know this is a different team. Siena's solid, but they have to lay an egg at some point. They've been drilling teams, but they kind of been playing down to their competition. I mean, Albany, Holy Cross, Longwood, American, Maine, Niagara, Canisius. Come on now. Now they get Vermont on the road. Give me Vermont money line.
Yeah, I'll take Vermont as well on the money line. I will. I'll back Patrick Gymnasium there in Burlington, Vermont. We saw that game against Yale. I know this Vermont team's maybe not the same, but they're at home. They kept that close. They were right there down the stretch to get it done. Ended up losing that game. Covered for us. I think it was 6.5. Ended up only losing by 3. I think Yale is significantly better than Siena. I will say, though, Siena is a solid team. I do think they are the better team. But home, fading Vermont at home, like you said, we've done it for a long time. So let's back Vermont here.
It's just like we get it on a short number. I mean, normally we'd see this Vermont -4.5. I know the analytics say Siena's better. I've watched Siena; they're better. But like I said, with the competition they've played, I think they could hit a weak spot here. But yeah, they're legit good. Shout out Jerry Mack.
And newsflash: the better team doesn't always win.
Sorry, Jerry Mack. Yeah, this is college basketball. Sorry, Jerry Mack. I love you. You were such a legend back in the day, and still are, as you ride Siena and pause and then go up into wherever you're going to go after this. But you're doing so well for Siena. But yeah, shout out to Elliot's point here. It's college basketball. Teams go up, teams go down, teams go sideways, it's all over the place. Just got to keep calm in the chaos and keep hucking.
Finally, last game of the 6 o'clock slate, 7 Eastern slate. Whew, we made it.
Yeah, 7 Eastern.
This is what we're talking about, spread these games out a little bit.
I mean, my gosh, yeah.
Even if it's like, I mean,
They did a good job tonight-ish. Like, I felt like there was good 6:00 games. They did okay. Like, it's not great, but they did okay tonight for positivity. Like, there was some 6:00 games, but still, they just love packing a punch on 7:00 games.
but like even you could even like do like instead of a 7:00, do 7:15, do 7:45. Like hit it, in that 15-minute intervals. 4 or 5 games where you're kind of getting games kind of coming down the stretch there at the end. Where they're not all coming down together at the same time.
Shout out Robert Morris. Amazing cover on Saturday. Thank you. Still, just when we don't have a Saturday night show, we just don't talk about it as much. We try to not rush it, but talk about it on Saturday. But then we talk about other games. Amazing. You're getting the brakes beat off you by Toledo, and you came back and won outright. Didn't even need the points. Now Robert Morris is laying points against Youngstown State. Do we go back to the well in Moon Township? Youngstown State off of a winning streak. I love these Penguins, but I like them better at home. On the road, they did win at Grand Canyon. I mean, this is a spot where I think the Youngstown State's for sure is better, but this Robert Morris team, they're kind of feisty. They know how to play the Horizon League game. They played well last year in Horizon League conference. Now they're at home. I think we see an issue for a Youngstown State team that just scored 103 points against a D2 team on Sunday. Robert Morris can maybe clamp them a little bit more on defense, and maybe Youngstown State just doesn't shoot at their normal efficiency, especially from three, where Robert Morris does a good job defending the three. I think if Robert Morris wants to win this game, they need to be able to take it inside, use the rebound advantage to their game, and minimize possessions. So I'll take Robert Morris on the money line here. Sorry, Penguins, I love you, but Clint Sargent or whatever, is that their coach? I don't know, or Ethan Faulkner or whatever. Yeah, I love you, but don't love you enough to bet you today. So give me Robert Morris at home here.
Yeah, I'll be on Robert Morris at home as well. They opened up Horizon League with 2 games on the road, split those, did the Wisconsin trip, beat Green Bay on that comeback, incredible comeback, and then ended up losing to Milwaukee by 2. Now they get their conference home opener. Youngstown, on the other hand, they started out 2-0, won their home game against Wright State, and then won on the road against IU Indy. So shout out to the Penguins for getting that road win there to kind of start conference play. But I don't see them winning 2 in a row here on the road in conference play. I'll back Robert Morris on the money line. I think they get it done and protect their home court.
Let's go. All right. Sorry, I had to plug my fucking phone in just because I'm using that for quick looks on something. Wichita State laying. Hey, Dusty Bottoms, great stat. 16-game home win streak.
Keep riding until they lose.
Yep. Wichita State's laying 12.5 against Wofford. Elliot, what you doing here, over there, and the great city of Wichita? I mean, they started off hot against DePaul, and then
man,
woo, they stuck. They sucked. I will say. I don't think they sucked, but
yeah, no, they did not play well after about the first 5-6 minutes of that game. Yeah, that was not good. I'll take Wichita State here, but no bet for me. I know Wofford, they just played yesterday against Gardner Webb. We were on, or you were on Wofford. I think I took Gardner Webb, no bet. Ended up blowing out Gardner Webb on the road by 26. That was in North Carolina, so traveled from Spartanburg up to North Carolina, and then basically after their game, I guess, either stayed there and then did a travel day today and got ready for Wichita State. Maybe a tough little spot for Wofford there. And then Wichita State off the home loss. I think they respond pretty well. I'll take it, but 12.5 seems like a lot of points. It'll be most likely a no bet for me. If Wichita State's hitting their threes, I think that they could definitely run away with it. I really like watching Kenyon Giles play. And then I also like TJ Williams for them. Karan Boyd is another guy, and Drake Kendall. They got some solid guard play there for Wichita State. So I like that. But I'll take Wichita State, no bet.
Yeah, I bet Wofford's team total over against Gardner-Webb, and it hit. I will be betting their team total under on this game. I think we see, like you guys are talking about in the chat, and Elliot did, the quick turnaround, back-to-back games, basically. Now you have a travel spot as well, coming from east over to the Midwest in this cold, barren, snowy area. Even though it's kind of warming up a little bit, it's going to be 50 degrees here. But tomorrow, all over the place. I think Wichita State's defense is going to absolutely clamp them. Even with DePaul, how bad or how fast they are running and just dominating, Wichita still held them to 61. They held Northern Iowa to 69 in overtime. I mean, Wofford's team total at 68.5, 66.5. Give me Wofford's team total under here. I rallied their over last time against Gardner-Webb. It hit by only 2 points, but got it done. I don't think it gets it done here, and especially against this Wichita State defense that is going to come out feisty after a tough loss.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, and I think this is a great cap by JB. Shout out JB. Like the under in here. I think Wichita State dictates the pace as well. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, bop bam. We're moving on. Louisiana Tech, Tulane. Yay. I don't love laying points with Tulane, but especially against a Louisiana Tech team that has good defense. But I'm just kind of worried about their offense. We've seen them fall very flat at times, while Tulane can get very streaky and hot.
Yeah, it's kind of good versus good and, bad versus bad. You got a bad offense for La Tech going up against a bad defense for Tulane. You got a good, somewhat good offense for Tulane going up against a good defense. So you kind of got, the best of both of these teams are kind of on opposite ends of the floors. I'll
take Tulane.
Yeah, I'll lay it with Tulane here, minus the 4.
Yeah,
I'll fade Louisiana Tech on the road. I think this is kind of a nice little get right spot for Tulane. I know they've been struggling here as of late. They lost that home game to Akron by 17. Disappointing effort. I think they respond here after just getting their break speed off of them there in Henderson, Nevada, by UC San Diego. I think they lost that game by 26. Come back home, play with some pride. They respond. Last home game out, they beat Tougaloo, whoever that is. But I think they can get it done here. I'll lay it with Tulane minus the 4.
Okay, well, you should you hit the next slide, and I'll look up what Tougaloo is. I want to learn about Tougaloo.
I think it's Mississippi. Tougaloo, Mississippi.
That sounds like a fucking Mississippi-ass college for sure. No offense. That place. Tougaloo College. Yep.
Next one, South Alabama heads into Louisiana Monroe. Open up Sun Belt action for both of these schools. You've got South Alabama, lane 11. Over-under is 148.5. Monroe, fresh off of putting up 79, covering the number against Miami. And Miami was laying 36.5. Now they return home where they had just beat Arkansas Baptist by 10 at home last Tuesday, December 9th. South Alabama, meanwhile, they lost to East Tennessee State by 26 on the road, and then just lost a heartbreaker to North Texas on Sunday at home, right there down the stretch. I think we had talked about that game on our recap yesterday, or Sunday night, actually, baby. I'm curious of what you're doing here. I was looking at possibly Tupelo. My fault.
Oh wait, no,
Sorry, John.
that's
Oh, wait.
Tupelo, Mississippi. But no, Tougaloo or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, HBCU in Jacksonville as well too. So.
Okay.
Jackson, Mississippi. My gosh, I'm freaking just mispronouncing things. So maybe we should get some sleep for once. No, screw that. This is sleep. Because guess who is sleepy? UL Monroe. How the hell is this total so high?
I don't know. That my angle. I was gonna be on the
Under.
the Monroe under.
I'm gonna take the full game under. I think Alabama can. They have a chance to score 80, but to JB's credit, they've done it only twice, and now we get ULM. I mean, is ULM going to score above 65? I don't. This number freaks me out that the books are setting it at this. So I'll take the under here though for the full game. USA and ULM. Some great emblems here. I love that. Look at that USA logo. It looks like it's like a book publisher from the 90s, like just sits in the top left corner, the Jaguar Publications or something. You're reading like Magic Treehouse or some shit. So what the hell was I thinking about this slide? Nothing good. Houston Christian is catching 3.5 against Nicholls State. If there's any more proof from our good old friends at TCE, look at their emblem. That bird is just more of an indicator and whatnot, so that they're running into the Nazis here. So Nicholls State laying 3.5 against Houston Christian. Houston Christian, they exhausted everything against Sela. Now they got beat up on Nicholls State. You know, I don't love them on the road. They got 2 weeks off till they play Iowa State after this. But Nicholls just scored 117 at home. I'll take Houston Christian. No bet on this one for sure, though. I need to see it from them. I'm tired of taking them with the low amount of points, though, and so. But I think Nicholls State just scoring 115 is going to be a problem for their offense, not being able to reciprocate it. But I'm not going to trust Houston Christian's offense to cover here, so no bet. But give me Hugh Chris.
Yeah, one of my favorite plays that I had was playing that on that Saturday against our Incarnate Word, betting Nicholls on that short little spread to get their first win after playing 7 straight road games to start the season. I think they continue the momentum here and get it done here at home. So I will lay the 3.5. Just looking to make sure that that's still accurate.
So I'm bringing a knife to the gunfight, and I'm not betting this.
Looks like it's 4.5 as well. So yeah, give me Nicholls minus the 4, and I will bet this. I think I'll fade Houston Christian on the road and back Nicholls at home. Both kind of good spots for
Warbucks.
Dang.
UAB is laying 18.5 against Cleveland State. I mean, I know Cleveland State kind of sucks, but this is a lot of points. UAB can score a good amount. Cleveland State's defense is atrocious, though. UAB off of a home loss to Troy. That was a fun one. Taking Troy plus 7.5 on Saturday. Got that done. Was a fun one. Was a great time. Now we're getting 17.5, 18.5 on a big total. UAB's team total sitting at 89.5. I think they can score 90. I know Cleveland State will this isn't their classic limit possessions type of thing under this Rob Summers coach Cleveland State team. But they've given up 90 countless times. I think UAB can reciprocate that offense even twice in a row. So we've seen them do it already this season twice and have scored at a high number. Give me a UAB team total over versus a bad Cleveland State defense, one of the worst in the league. And their average possession length is very low as well, too, for defense, that is. I think UAB is going to get tons of possessions here.
Yep, I like that as well. I will ride with you here on the team total over 89.5 with UAB. You mentioned, defense is absolutely atrocious for Cleveland State. Their offense also plays at a very fast and high rate as well. So I think that's going to lead to even more possessions for UAB, who also plays at up tempo. At home typically favors UAB, shoots the ball a little bit better. I know they struggle from the three at times, but, at home you think that they'll be able to shoot it a little better. So I like UAB team total over 89.5.
And everyone go tweet Get Will Soon at Stooley Picks. It'd be a good little bit here tonight if everyone just tweets that at him. He texted us. He hasn't been able to vape in over 24 hours, so
he's quitting, Puzzo.
He is
quitting.
He is certainly sick. He is certainly sick if he's not even able to vape. Come on, man, hit the vape. How's it bong? Yeah, he was sick yesterday. Capper, he was, but yeah. Middle Tennessee State's laying 3.5 against Kennesaw. System. Murfreesboro is a great exit going down to Florida. I drive down there a lot. It's just a quick little get in, get out. That kind of got everything. And now we get a Middle Tennessee State team off of a 21-point loss to Belmont going into Kennesaw State and now welcoming Kennesaw State at home. Middle Tennessee, the system hasn't been there and as fruitful as it has been just in the years past. But we're getting a good spot here, I think, with after their loss and now welcoming a 4-game winning streak team in Kennesaw. If Middle Tennessee can control their fouling, not force Kennesaw to get to the line, that's kind of how they live and die by their points. That's going to be the key, and hopefully Middle Tennessee can be disciplined enough to do that and get the home whistle as well. So I'll take the Blue Raiders here against the Owls.
Yeah, I'll take Middle Tennessee State here as well. I don't love it though. I do think Kennesaw is a really good program here this year. Really good team. They've won 4 straight. Obviously, they get it clicking on offense, play at a super high pace. We see Middle Tennessee State. I think they'll be able to slow it down defensively, kind of grind them out. And I do like the fact that Middle Tennessee State defends the 3-point ball really well. I mean, I know Kennesaw doesn't really like to utilize the 3 as well, but typically they really try to get to the foul line. And it's one of those, Middle Tennessee, they do kind of foul a lot, kind of concerning. But system, like you said, I'll take Middle Tennessee at home. They just lost that 21-point game to Belmont at home on Sunday. Little bounce back spot for them.
You never know. I mean, Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, Elliot's got to Google Sergeant Slaughter, unfortunately. But we'll get it. We're gonna get him tuned up on his WWE knowledge. There's a lot of stuff in the vault he can look up. We'll get him. He's getting tuned up by the day, actually, on his WWE knowledge, since I'm in his freaking ear all the time. St. Louis Billikens is laying 23.5 against Bethune-Cookman. Over-under is 153.5. Yeah. I mean, St. Louis has been kind of drilling teams. I think that they give it to Bethune as well. I mean, this Bethune team started off hot, taking Auburn to OT, but just hasn't really been the same all season. And I mean, listen, I mean, St. Louis laying this many points, kind of scary, but I don't think so. Dominated Central Michigan, dominated Loyola Marymount, have won good games, have won close games. Could be, they're 1 point away from being undefeated. And I think we see an issue here with Bethune-Cookman defensively against St. Louis and Chaffetz Arena. Give me the Billikens here. Lay it. Let's go. What the frick is a Billiken, too? And, yeah, Sergeant Slaughter was a terror. WrestleMania main event, Sergeant Slaughter, just completely just off the Gulf Coast War or whatever. Not Gulf Coast War. My God, my college basketball freaking knowledge of Gulf War. Get me out of here. I'm done. What the hell's a Billiken now? I'm looking up. There he is, Elliot. Yeah. I mean, hey, you never know. I mean,
I can see the resemblance.
Trevor's got more. No, you need the hat. You need the hat.
But this is his dad. As you age, you lose your hair.
Yeah. But it's
Just add a little hair to it. That if
Hulk Hogan made Sergeant Slaughter.
If you guys just take your finger and put it over the bald head, it does look like Trev. It does.
Sergeant Slaughter. We're gonna make him. He's gonna be like, what? On tomorrow. I hope he's on tomorrow.
Oh man,
Get freaking Sergeant freaking Slaughter out of here. He's an ass kisser. I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. I don't know. But anyway, he wasn't a great guy though. I don't know. He was. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I'll lay it with St. Louis here. Like you said, they drill these teams. Bethune, I think they're just ready for conference play to start. They're tired of playing all these bye games and kind of getting the shit kicked out of them. They were very competitive kind of at the very beginning of the year in a couple of these bye games. They only lost it by 22 to Missouri. They're probably staying around there in Missouri. What the hell are you going to do on Monday and Tuesday and on the way from Columbia to St. Louis? Who knows what the hell they've been doing. So I think they're just ready to get on out of there and get ready to play Arizona on Monday. So I think they're just going to take another ass kicking. Give me St. Louis, lay the 23.5.
And that's why I said he was – I don't know. I just said 9 different things. So, yeah, we don't know. But to Vince McMahon in the 90s he was. Freaking corporate ministry. Freaking corporate ministry over there. Old Dominion laying 1 against James Madison. Ooh, Old Dominion, who was getting their breaks beat off by George Mason, said, Said, not so fast, my friend. Got it done, covered the number against George Mason. Now we're welcoming this James Madison team who kind of like wins 2 in a row, loses 1. We've seen them do that. And now they're getting this weird number against an Old Dominion team on the road. Monarchs, Dukes, game of royalty here. I'm going to go with Old Dominion on the short number, though. I think this number is just a tad bit telling. We've seen James Madison get up for random games and then also lay some eggs, and I'm kind of worried about them. I feel like they've hit a little stagnant position offensively. Both teams defensively, nothing to write home about. And now where we've seen James Madison's offense take a dip, I think that's going to continue as well here. Give me Old Dominion on the short number.
Yep, I agree. I like Old Dominion here at home. I'll take them on the money line. You look at their schedule. Their 3 wins have all come at home. All of 8 of their losses have been on the road. So I think we just kind of continue to look at backing them here at home. They played 5 straight road games against some pretty good competition, at Villanova, at William & Mary, at Richmond, at George Mason. Weren't necessarily close to them, but respectable losses. Largest loss there was 14 to Villanova during that stretch. So I think they're ready to get up here in a nice little get up spot here at home to open up Sun Belt Conference play. So I think they get it done against the Dukes. I will ride ODU on the money line.
If you watch the Internet Invitational, the Duke, that guy's a legend. I want to golf with him.
And it helps too that Old Dominion last year got swept by James Madison. JMU beat them by 14. The last or both games last year being by 14, both home and away. So give me Old Dominion.
Let's go. The Monarchy. Oh, yeah. I love that Alabama logo. Some Jamario Moon days back in the day. Let's go. Bama laying 14.5 against South Florida. Over-unders 162.5. Elliot, lead us off here. What are you doing here in Tuscaloosa? You riding the Bulls, or are you taking the Stampede of the Tide?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems to me like I should just maybe back Alabama after just getting the break speed off of them in that second half against Arizona in that semi-home game. Might feel a little bit too easy here. This over is freaking incredibly high, but I see why, it's going to be like this. You look at that game against Oklahoma State and USF when they were on the road. Oklahoma State ended up beating them 103-95. I'll take Bama here. I think they roll Tide, as they say.
Yeah, I think South Florida could be a fake sharp play. I'm going to lay it with Bama too, especially off of a loss. One thing that scares me is if South Florida can keep up and score 80-something points, we're going to start running out of numbers for Alabama to play at. But with how the pace has been, Alabama's lowest scoring game is 75 points, which was just in Birmingham, and then 80 points at Purdue at home. I think we see Alabama in the hundreds for sure, where South Florida can, if they can get up, I still think it's going to be like an 18-point game, though, with South Florida scoring in the 80s. So it's just too high of a freaking total for me to take an over 183. But it definitely is going to fucking hit.
Could you imagine like 101-80 doesn't hit the over?
Yeah, like what? I don't want to bet that, but yeah, let's go Bama. And I like that Hasty. Let's go. Shout out Hasty, absolute OG listener. Lay at Bama first half as well. Appreciate you, Hasty. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Ole Miss is laying 19.5 or 20.5 against Alabama A&M.
I'm sick of laying numbers with Mississippi.
As soon as we bet Alabama A&M here, trust me though, Alabama A&M could get bodied, and I mean, watch, Ole Miss will win by like 30 randomly. But I don't know. This is in Tupelo, Mississippi as well too. Are they renovating their stadium or something? Is that I don't know. I mean, they just had a home game, did they not?
I mean, they played at home against Miami, where Miami beat them outright at home.
They're not renovating their stadium, but anyway, I'll lay it with Mississippi. No bets. Not putting my hard-earned cash on it. But I think that they can get right here and have a little get-up spot for the running Rebels. I'll take Ole Miss. No bets.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Alabama A&M off of that home win. Shout out Trev again on that lock battle win against both of us against North Alabama on Monday. Another quick turnaround here. So I'll lay it with Ole Miss, but no bet, man. I've been got a few times trying to lay this like 19.5, 20, 23.5 number. I mean, I think I laid 22.5 against Bakersfield and Mississippi ends up winning by 22. So, fantastic. I don't want to mess with that line with this team again, but I'll lay it, no bet.
Utah Valley's laying 14 against Weber State. Utah Valley off of a loss, going back home. Weber State, those, I mean, they covered this number in Logan, lost by 10. I mean, St. Thomas, they were horrible, but it's not too bad of a spot here. I know randomly this Weber State team will freaking screw me, but just feels like a lot of points, even with a team off of a with Utah Valley. Sorry, not off of a loss. I don't know why I said Utah Valley off of a loss. Weber State off of a road loss and then a road win. I'll take Weber State plus the points. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of an interstate game. Feels like they can be somewhat competitive. We've seen Weber State. They just kind of laid an egg against UMKC. Still got it done. We've seen them score offensively throughout the season. 92 points, 91, 100-plus points some games, 73 in Logan. I think they can keep at this number where Utah Valley just had a 15-point win. So give me Weber State plus the points. But it is fading Utah Valley at home is not fun, Jerry. Elliot, we battling?
No, I'll be on Weber State. I'll be on the Wildcats here. I think they're a better program than they were last year. Utah Valley went up to Weber last year and only came out of that win by 2. I think Utah Valley was a better team last year as well. So now kind of roles are reversed. Utah Valley maybe not as good. I mean, they're still a really good team. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think they're as good as they were last year. Weber State a little bit better. I think this number is a little bit too big. I'll take the 14 with Weber State. I think they can keep it competitive in a interstate battle.
All right. Arkansas State is going on the road in Texas State and laying 3.5. Over-unders 150.5. Betting on Texas State again sounds really fun. This number's already up to 4.5 some places. Arkansas State is off of a loss. They kind of have stayed in Texas. I mean, this Arkansas State team is very good. I don't really want to fall in the soup of this Texas State team, to be honest with you, but for some reason just feels like, it's a home conference game. Could cause some issues for an Arkansas State team, but just with them having them off of a loss shows you how confident I am. I think Arkansas State's the much better team here, but so I'll ride with Arkansas State, but I don't love it. But Texas State, I don't love betting on them. I've bet on Arkansas State a good amount of times. It's been nice. Texas State's the better defensive team, so better defensive team at home. Conference opener could be an issue. I'll go with the efficiency of Arkansas State and how fast they can run. But, yeah, I think the line stinks too, Jerry.
Yeah, I'll take Arkansas State in this Sun Belt opener. I don't love it though.
Yeah, it's not fun. Marquette's laying 4.5 against Georgetown. Over-unders 150.5. Oh, my God, Elliot. Do we dare? Do we dare bet Marquette here? They're so bad. But, I don't love them laying points ever, but 2 losses in a row. You're welcome back home. I mean, you got to get a win somewhat. Georgetown just went to overtime with St. Peter's. We've kind of seen them stumble after a good start, where I think that they kind of just rely on Malik Mack just too much. Not saying no disrespect to him, he's a great player, but it's a team sport here, and I don't know if that efficiency could be good. I mean, I think Marquette's guard play needs to step up at least defensively, but maybe the boost that they need is at home. Hopefully these fans haven't quit on this team yet. Marquette is so bad. I'm laying it with the Golden Eagles, unfortunately, though. Give me Marquette minus 4.5 against Georgetown. Ugh.
Yeah, I'll take Georgetown plus the points. Your cap said it all. Marquette is so bad, so I don't want to back them. I just think, Georgetown, they just struggled with St. Peter's at home, survived that overtime win. Last time out before them, played a North Carolina team on the road, got beat by 20. I think that Marquette, yes, they probably need this, especially after dropping these last two road games by 20 there to start out Big Ten play. But I just don't think they're that good. Maybe they get the win, but I think that they don't win by more than 4.5, 5. So, give me Georgetown plus the 4.5. I think is what I'm seeing right now. Yeah, plus the 4.5. I see a 5 out there, but we'll see what happens.
Santa Clara is laying 11.5 against North Texas. Your boys of the Broncos. Now you got a North Texas team who, they've been hit or miss, to say the least, but they did have a good win against Sam Houston, or not Sam Houston State. My gosh, I can't talk tonight. South Alabama. They had a good win against South Alabama. My gosh. North Texas defensively, though, very good team. They've been able to go on the road and kind of prove that, but St. Mary's dominated North Texas. Santa Clara, though, they kind of run at pace a little more. They get a lot of second chance opportunities, and at home they've been able to play well. Beat McNeese by 12, Nevada by 15. Lafayette by almost 40. So, they're able to cover this number. Just kind of worried about North Texas a little bit here defensively. Going to be able to score, I think, could be an issue. And then now you're going to lay this many points on that total. I'll ride the under here for Santa Clara and North Texas. If North Texas wants to cover this number, they're going to have to absolutely minimize possessions. And if Santa Clara covers this number, it's going to be a blowout where I don't think North Texas is going to be able to score. So I'm riding the under 143.5 here.
Yeah, I will. I'll be on Santa Clara here. I'm kind of looking to see one thing real quick. North Texas off that win on Sunday. They're at South Alabama. I think Santa Clara at home is kind of a different beast. I know I guess this is in Santa Cruz, California. So kind of a semi-home game. They're playing North Texas, and then I guess they play Loyola here as well. Looks like we'll talk about that Loyola game here coming up. But I'm not going to fade Santa around Christmas time. So give me Santa Clara minus the 11.5. I like your angle there on the under here, especially with a North Texas squad that really likes to play super slow and definitely limits possessions.
I love the Bella Twins. Love my wife. Gonzaga minus 36.5 against Campbell. Lay it. Gonzaga's going to win by 40 plus. I know it's a big number, but Gonzaga dominated Texas Southern. They dominated Southern Utah. Outside of that, they've played amazing teams and have dominated them. Campbell going pound for pound with a Ball State team. Now they're traveling out west and then going to bounce all the way back to the Midwest and then go back to North Carolina. I think this is a terrible spot for a Campbell team that's going to just go out there and get drilled. I think Gonzaga first half is even a potential spot here where I think
Yeah, you think there'd be like a little like a letdown spot, but it doesn't seem for Gonzaga to have like a letdown spot. I mean, fresh off of beating Kentucky, they rolled against North Florida by 51. Now they beat UCLA, kind of in that semi-home game at Climate Pledge. Now they're back in the kennel. I don't want to fade Gonzaga here at the kennel. I'll lay it. Tough spot for Campbell, like you said, coming all the way coast to coast after just playing on Sunday as well. There against Ball State at home. So give me Gonzaga. I'll take the Bulldogs against the Camels.
Let's go, Elliot. Why don't you take us away on this one?
Yeah, I was trying to look at this number.
I think it's still 4.5.
Still seeing 3.5 now, plus 100 is what I'm seeing. But 3.5, 4.5. I like it. Regardless, give me UC Davis here at home. Just trying to look and see on this Seattle. This is kind of they have played one true away game, one outright against Stanford on the road. Now they're going into UC Davis, who is fresh off of 2 losses against Hawaii, and then just absolutely got smoked by Oregon at home. Oregon finally gets a cover against the spread, beat them by 42. I think we see a prideful performance for UC Davis here at home. And I think that they win this one outright. So I'll take the 4.5, 3.5, whatever it is, and give me UC Davis.
Yeah, I like UC Davis here as well too. I think Davis at home, especially, is a nice little cherry on top for us there. Also, and Seattle on the road, just not my favorite team notoriously to bet, and they haven't lost a road game yet, really. They won on the road at Stanford. I think UC Davis is going to keep this super competitively, and that they're going to be able to force turnovers against Seattle. So if Seattle has any turnover issues, that's going to mean well for UC Davis. And believe our good old pals at Rhythm likes it as well too, Elliot. So we'll ride this with our Rhythm play of the day, UC Davis plus 4.5 at home against Seattle. Rhythm play of the day, 18-10 currently. So we're going to get back in the win column for with UC Davis and the Aggies.
Rough loss today on that Michigan State.
Minus 23.5. Yeah, I mean, come on. They
go back to the beginning of the show to see the rant from Huff in regards to that. But
yeah, don't get me started. I'm about to get ticked off. Stephen F. Austin is laying 7.5 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi in the Southland competition. The Islanders kind of stink, but I mean, they've really played up to their competition. I feel like they're super battle tested. I know Stephen F. Austin, they've picked it back up under their new head coach this season, sitting at 7-2. Like the rebrand that they've produced here at Stephen F. Austin, especially after just a lot of program history with this team, to say the least, which is really nice. I'll take Corpus Christi. I'm just kind of worried about their offense against Stephen F. Austin at home and their defense. I'll take Corpus Christi. Probably not betting this. I could see why if you're betting Stephen F. Austin as well at home too. So no bet for me here though.
Yeah, we could spar here. I'll be on the Lumberjacks here at home. It's a team that I think that they're definitely a lot better than they were last year. We kind of seen that they were a little disappointing in general from what they used to be. Obviously, it's a lot different when you have Underwood at the helm there. But I think we see Stephen F. Austin take care of business here at home. Kind of start out conference play 2-0 in the Southland by back in their home court. Beat a really good UTRGV squad by 13 at home. I think we could see kind of a similar effort here against the Islanders.
All right. USC is laying 23.5 against UTSA. Over under is 155.5. UTSA's, they kind of stink. Not a big fan of them, but I'm really not a fan of USC either, and their kind of style of play, especially laying that many points. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the. So you got anything in this? I'm looking into this analytic real quick on UTSA. Want to see something here as I'm tallying up. Yeah, UTSA, they run at pace for damn sure, but offensively they just kind of struggle and have struggled, especially against Alabama. 55 points on the road. Colorado 64 points.
USC just doesn't blow anybody out.
Yeah, and I feel like USC kind of can keep games semi-close. Like, this might be a little crazy, but I kind of like UTSA's team total over. I think that they can pick it up offensively randomly, and we've seen, USC, they allowed 83 points to a Manhattan team. Troy, they took 3 overtime games. San Diego, they gave up 81 points, given that was on the road in Jenny Craig. But I think UTSA can pick it up. And if USC scores, 90-something points, I think UTSA can score at least in the low 70s. So give me their team total over there. Let's see. Riding the 65.5 UTSA. Let's roll.
Yeah, I just can't believe they only put up 55 against Alabama. That's kind of a struggle.
It's a weird gin.
Yeah, I'll take. I'll take UTSA plus the points. I don't love it. I just think that USC, they don't really blow teams out. I mean, the last time that they won by this number was against Manhattan, second game of the year, where they won by 31, and they beat Cal Poly the game before that by 30. But since then, I know they played a lot better teams, but here as of late, San Diego, Washington State, they could have kind of handled their business a little bit better. So I think that I'll be on UTSA plus the points.
Let's go. Shout out the chat. The Juice plus 1180 parlay. Nice hit to end the night. And Jerry Davis, 3 winners. Banger. Let's go. Triple. Trifecta. You at UCSD. Colorado is laying 10.5. 16.5 against over-unders 150.5. This is a fun one. I know, Portland State, a solid team. We've seen them kind of struggle offensively, though. What you doing here, Elliot?
I don't know. I think this is one of those ones that's kind of right on that number. I think it's going to land here like that 16, 17, kind of right there. I'll take Colorado. No bet, though.
I'll battle you here, or maybe a knife to a gunfight. I think, there's no really elevation spot. Portland has got some elevation for sure. Um, and, Colorado's offense, they're definitely fun to watch, but, Portland's got size. I think that they can somewhat keep it close. They just haven't really, there hasn't been much like testing with Portland State, haven't been much data. They played Stanford, San Francisco, lost by 10. So this game could definitely get away from them. I could see it them being really competitive and having to get away from them. But I think Portland State is a good team, and I'm going to agree with Jerry here and let this number continue to climb as I already see the line moving in Colorado as people bet the Boulder. So let's go Portland State. I'll wait to bet this as well in the morning. Oh, Oregon State is laying 2 against Sam Houston State in Corvallis. People really betting Sam Houston State here. I think it looks like as this number continues to climb down. We don't know what we're going to get from this Oregon State team half the time. Just always all over the place. I think we get it done, though. I mean, Oregon State, they had a good win against Montana State. Defensively, they could stop Sam Houston State's offense. But I think with the pace that we're seeing, this could be a major issue. But with the travel, it just feels like a weird kind of roster. Just a weird spot for a Sam Houston State team that may be better and more high-powered offensively. But they really haven't left their area. They went to Utah. And outside of that, they really just – they did go up to Boise, I guess, and that, sent that neutral thing. But come on, Tinkle. Play with some pride. You're welcoming them to Corvallis. And you've already welcomed some pretty good teams in Vermont and Montana State already. I think you keep the ball rolling, you keep the momentum rolling before you play your former Pac-12 opponent, now Big 12 in Arizona State, down in Scottsdale, and then you start West Coast Conference play, so where you're probably going to get rolled by some teams. So I think you're going to want to get this one. I think we see a little sleepier spot for Sam Houston State after they've just been kind of juggernauts offensively. And I agree. They can't cover every game. I'll take Oregon State money line.
Yep, Cap and Hasty said it. Sam Houston 7-0 against the spread so far this year in bettable games. I'll take Oregon State minus the 2. I know we were on them when we faded them at home against Cal Baptist, but since that loss to Cal Baptist, they've won 3 in a row at home. I think they continue that on their 4-game little home stretch, or I guess it's a 5-game home stretch after dropping the first one. But I think they win it outright here against Sam Houston State. I will say Sam Houston State, really good team in my opinion. They did take care of business on that Idaho trip, so maybe used to the travel spot up here. But I just think that Oregon State's going to be able to get it done here at home.
All right, San Diego State is laying 23.5. Over-unders 137.5 against Air Force. Listen, I know San Diego State, they've picked it up defensively after kind of a rough start and random spots at times. But, they've been able to score a good amount of points. They do potentially have a look-ahead spot to Arizona, but I'm not putting my hard-earned money on Air Force by any means. I think they're going to have a really tough time to score, even with how the San Diego State team's kind of been playing. So if I have a bet, it's going to be Air Force team total under. But I'm going to lay off the spread. I think San Diego State could call the dogs off a little bit late. or just drill them by 30. We don't know which one we're going to get there. But it's Air Force team total under or nothing for me.
Yeah, I could definitely see that get home. I think Air Force, they struggle pretty much wherever. Even at home, they seem to struggle. Play at a super, super slow pace. Their offense really struggles. They're going to go up against Swino. Pretty damn good defense. I know that San Diego State's playing with a little bit more pace, so that possibly is maybe just a little concerning that they would give up more points, just being able to score a lot, kind of like you saw in that Dayton Florida State game. But I'll take I'll lay it with San Diego State. I think first game here, Mountain West play. They're looking to just kind of punish this team, and Air Force they're gonna kind of lost 4 in a row. I think they dropped this one by a pretty large number. So I'll take San Diego State.
Let's go cash those slips first half. All right. Eastern Washington is catching 7.5 against Washington State. Over under is 152.5. This game is in Spokane, so a little neutral site game for an EWU team. They played some close games, but they just can't win. And Washington State, now that they have 5, I can't lay that many points with Washington State, but I don't love even betting on this Eastern Washington team. So I'll take Eastern Washington plus the points, but no bet for me on this one.
Yeah, they played this game last year in the same neutral site there, Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Washington State beat them by 15. 7.5 seems kind of telling that Washington State's going to get it done here. I'll back the Cougars, but I don't know if I'm going to get there with a bet.
Yeah, I'm not betting this by any means. So we can spar there. I love a good spar. What's next? Yes, UT Arlington catching 12.5 against Stanford in Palo Alto. Over unders 144.5. No, give me UT Arlington. I think Arlington can keep this close. They play at a snail's pace. I think that could slow down Stanford. We've seen Arlington give up a good amount of points, though, so I think their offense is going to have to mimic. But Stanford really doesn't go above 70 for the most part. I mean, we've seen them score, in the 90s, yes, but I feel like against teams that are somewhat close to them, it's around the mid 70s. Like this feels like a Montana State kind of game where we saw earlier in the season, 77-68. I think right around this total, we could see that too. And I think Arlington's going to be able to keep up offensively where they've kind of lacked this season for sure, and have had to win on defense alone. They just went to OT and only scored 58 points against UTRGV. I expect a little step up this time around offensively for Arlington. I like I'm going to bet them plus the points, and I like the over as well too. People like that.
Yep, I'll be on the Mavericks here as well. UT Arlington, kind of a team that I just somewhat seemingly like to back pretty much all the time. I was on them against the UTRGV on the road. I know it's a little bit scary just being their third straight road game. However, it's been pretty spread out. They played Arkansas State, got blown out. 9 days later, played UTRGV on the road, and then 6 days later, now they're going to Stanford. I think they keep it within single digits here. Even if they don't, I like the 12.5. So yeah, I'll be on the points with the Mavericks as a bet.
San Francisco's laying 12.5 against Loyola Chicago. The over/under is 143.5. Oh.
I'm going to lay it with San Francisco. I'm going to continue to fade Loyola Chicago. They have not fired Drew Valentine yet after that most recent loss against Chicago State. I think Sister Jean's going to haunt them until they get rid of Valentine here. So yeah, give me San Francisco. I know this is at Chase Arena, so it's not at War Memorial, so a little kind of concerning there, but I think that they can lay it on them here. They need one of these games where they run up the score a little bit or blow a team out, and I think Loyola Chicago is a perfect candidate for them to do that against.
Yeah, I don't love. I mean, I don't love this USF team laying this many points, but this is fade Loyola all day. Chase Arena scares me, like you said, Elliot, but I think your cap was perfect. Let's go Dons. UCLA is laying 9.5 against Arizona State. Over-unders 145.5. This is in Pauley Pavilion. Arizona State kind of, off to a good start, 9-2, a big win against Santa Clara on a neutral. Their true road game against Hawaii, they won. Now you got UCLA where you just don't know how to feel about this team, right? Very one-dimensional, I feel like. A lot of it rides through Donovan Dent, maybe a little backcourt somewhat. And then, I like Bilodeau, don't get me wrong, but sometimes, Mick Cronin just irks me. Just absolutely irks me. But Arizona State sometimes they can really give up a lot of athletics or a lot of just like gas out athletically, where I think that could be an issue. We saw that against USC and then Gonzaga. I think UCLA, if they want to kind of smother and suffocate Arizona State, it could be a problem for the Sun Devils for sure. I'll lay it with UCLA minus 8.5. I'll let this number kind of bounce around. I don't love laying points with UCLA, but I think we see just a bad spot from this Arizona State team where the guard play just kind of overwhelms them and UCLA suffocates them, where Arizona State really doesn't score above 60, 65 points, and UCLA wins by 14, 15, and it's a bounce back spot for the Bruins tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. I'll lay this. I think they win this game by double digits. Maybe it's only 10, but I think UCLA gets it done here at home. Like you said, bounce back spot after that tough loss to Gonzaga. I think Arizona's due for one of these games where they just kind of, lay an egg per se. I know they haven't really had one. You could maybe say that Gonzaga at home, they kind of laid an egg, but still they kept that pretty, were somewhat competitive and that only lost by 12. USC there in Maui lost by 13. I just think UCLA defensively is going to be able to kind of really shut them down and prevent them from playing the style of play that they like to play. And I think, Arizona State, they really relied on the three ball here. They've shot it really well. I think we, see a little bit of some negative regression there. Maybe they don't shoot as well. And I'll fade that 18-point comeback win after Hurley getting ejected too as well.
Yep. Final game of the night. Oregon laying 18.5 against Portland. Over-unders 155.5. Too many points for me. I know Oregon finally got a little bit healthy somewhat, and it looked good. I mean, they finally covered. They won by 42 points against UC Davis. Another reason why I like UC Davis off that ass kicking that they just received. And Oregon got Gonzaga this Sunday, kind of in a look-ahead spot, Sunday, December 21st. I think this is a sleepy spot, a good little sandwich for us, and we ride the Pilots where they've proven that their offense can run and gun. And if we see Oregon try to match their pace, Portland should be just fine being able to score the ball. So I'll take Portland plus the points here and pile it up.
Yeah, I will. I'll take Portland as well. I don't mind the over either. I think that them are going to be able to. Portland's going to be able to stay somewhat close and competitive. So uh, I think they'll be able to score. They're going to give up some points to Oregon, as we've seen. Oregon just put up 104, so they might be pretty efficient in the scoring regard. So I might play the over, but I would be on the Pilots plus the 18.5. You could probably maybe wait to bet this. People might be just starting to back Oregon now since they covered their first game. So now did they go on this tremendous ATS covering run? Who knows? But yeah, I think it could be a little sleepy spot with Gonzaga on deck, like you said. I agree with you.
All right. And that is our slate for December 17th. It was a fun little day on the college basketball Super Tuesday. It's been a good month. I'm feeling great. I love life. Should we do an Eminem parlay?
Yeah, let's do it. It's been a bit, right?
Been a minute. Yep. Very good. I think the record is 10-2 on the Eminem parlay, and the two times that we've done it, it's been chasing plus money. So
Yeah.
we normally like to do 2-team money lines on favorites.
Get at least
forget what I liked. If you like something different, forget all that. Just go with your gut. Say what you got. I'll say mine. Whatever.
What are you going with?
I said you first. No, I'm just kidding.
Me first? I can go. It's fine.
I'm perusing the board right now.
You're good. I was just looking to see what we have in play.
Because a lot of these like spreads are like, I can't give out a minus 475. Then we have to kind of like ride a little deep.
Yeah, I'll go Nichols money line.
I knew you were gonna go Nichols. That's why I said go first. Let's go. Let's see.
I was looking at Xavier too.
I was just looking at Xavier. I don't want to get greedy on Vermont by any means, but just looking at them. How about UAB minus 2100? I like the dogs late. Let's take Oregon State. We'll do a little nightcap on the Pump Fake Pod. Go Oregon State.
Love it.
We got X going to give it to you. So minus 140, and then I believe a minus 180.
Not X is going to give it to you.
But no, they're going to give it to you too because we're betting on that. But not on the Eminem parlay. We're going to go with Oregon State. We think the line's a little bit telling there. So yeah, little Eminem parlay. It's back 10-2. Solid record. Definitely hunting for a playoff spot with that record. So we're going to be back tomorrow night. Don't know what time. We got a good amount of games tomorrow night. They're getting the games in before the holidays. 32 games total. Looks like we can talk about 27 of them. So will be a shorter episode, but yeah, really pumped up. Going to be some good games to discuss. And as we get closer to the holiday season, and I will not be on the Friday episode, unfortunately, but my man Trevor and Elliot will be holding it down, and then the following Friday, stay tuned for our Christmas episodes. I mean, we'll probably definitely chop it up earlier in the week, but we all got obligations and whatnot. So for the holidays, so we'll stay tuned for our schedule there. Probably will be a little spotty. The following, the end of the week, next week. And then the games kind of they like take a little hiatus as well too, till the 27th, I believe. And then there's only like 3 games or whatever. So, till that Saturday. So yeah, weird there. But, the following week will be amazing. We got, New Year's, got day games, before we kick off conference slate. So a little goodbye to the non-con season and some conference games as well too. But we get just a good little taste of what college basketball should be. Games on all day, drinking beer, holidays. It's going to be a great time. So stay tuned for our schedule there. Appreciate everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome. Hit that like button for us. Helps us out. Check the pick sheet. I'm getting all the bets on there. I'll have it organized probably by like sometime in the morning, 9-ish a.m., 10 a.m. We'll get it done. So thanks, everyone. Elliot, any final thoughts here before we take off?
No, not really. I'm ready for December 27th. We got one game to bet, CSUN at Stanford. So come ready with any and all bets. Let's bet like 4 different angles in that game. I'm excited for that. But yeah, can't wait for tomorrow's slate. Should be a fun one. A lot of just, really deep diving here tonight. A lot of the lesser known teams for the most part, a few good games. But I'm sure tomorrow we're going to be tuned into Wagner, Umez or something like that. And there's going to be a banger of a game that we'll talk about tomorrow night and recap that we wouldn't have ever thought.
Triple overtime,
double great game.
Digits. Yeah, Wagner, Umez, triple digits, triple overtime.
It's college basketball for you, so it's always fun. It'll always keep you on your toes. So I'm ready for just yet another day.
Yeah, appreciate everybody. It'll be a fun one. Yeah, no child left behind policy here. No is the same as no college policy left behind here because we love all teams. We welcome all teams. Sometimes we give them shit. Sometimes we don't. We say we don't care about them, but all in all, we do, and we really love college basketball. Keep blinking. Enjoy it. Soak it up. Smell the roses. Smell Wagner, Umez. Check out your good old top P5 games. You got it all. Load up ESPN Plus. Do what you got to do. Find the games. Find the streams. Appreciate everybody in the Pump Fake Pod chat. You guys are the realest. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Peace and love.